Do you need a good night's sleep? Then find something else to watch because these videos are sure to keep you up at night. This video, which happened during the killer clown phase, basically involved multiple people dressing up in clown costumes. For many, the motive was simply to scare people, while others would actually rob and even kidnap people. During that time, in 2016, a family was driving home in South Yorkshire late at night when their dashcam caught a clown stepping out in front of their vehicle. The clown would instead proceed to just stand there and wave at them. After a few seconds, the clown would run towards the vehicle, and the driver of the vehicle would frantically go in reverse, until finally going back into drive and racing toward making the clown get out of the way. Can you say creepy? This video was captured in the middle of the night in a barren field in Saudi Arabia. The driver can be seen slowly approaching a white figure that appears to be holding a cane. In the distance, as the video advances, the white figure starts waddling towards the vehicle, and after a few seconds, the motorist can be heard panicking. After a while longer, the figure keeps moving towards the car owner, and now obviously terrified, the driver can be heard yelling commands at the figure that can be roughly translated as, "Back up and get away from my car." The stranger may be heard screaming something at the driver at the end of the video. Although the video is clearly distressing, it is still unknown what the driver actually recorded that evening. Stay tuned. You won't believe what's coming up. The precise moment of an ambush was captured on dashcam video from a truck. The video clearly demonstrates how many people standing next to the roadway use an improvised barricade made of tree branches to make drivers stop. Numerous undocumented immigrants were the perpetrators. They were furious because their improvised camp had just been demolished. When the truck halted, they would climb the guardrail and launch a number of rocks, sticks, and even pieces of concrete. Even though he would later admit that he first feared for his life, the wounds he received as a consequence of objects being thrown through the glass eventually compelled him to seek medical help. Three officers worked to assist the owners of an automobile that had been broken down on the side of the highway while this video was recorded by the dashcam of a police cruiser. The officers appear to hear something behind them as the video goes on, and that's when they all frantically attempted to avoid an automobile that was speeding directly towards them. The automobile would swerve to avoid hitting the officers and then suddenly stop. Despite the fact that the parked automobiles would suffer serious damage, the driver of the car, 26-year-old Cedric Keith Henson Jr., was found to be inebriated. Fortunately, no one was hurt. This video shows the dashcam footage of a police cruiser located in Texas. In the footage, you can see as the car in front of the police cruiser suddenly swerves in an attempt to avoid something in the road. And as the cruiser gets closer, he sees that it is a woman lying in the middle of the road. Luckily, Sergeant Scott would stop to help her by waking her up and getting her up. The woman is suspected of being intoxicated when she ran her car into a nearby ditch before walking back to the road just to pass out moments later. The scary part has to be how many times she would have been hit before Sergeant Scott stopped to help her. This could have ended much worse. The automobile in the following video is seen driving down a pitch-black, empty road. At first, nothing strange is visible, but as he rounds the corner, a weird person in a suit, holding a briefcase and an umbrella, enters the frame. The next instant, a second identical figure is visible. The men would then withdraw into the tall grass, but all of a sudden it is clear that there are several males present, and they are all identical in appearance. They seem to have been surprised by the car and taken off guard, when suddenly another figure can be seen farther down the road, this time brandishing a flare. It is still unknown what happened next, or what the traveler actually witnessed that night, despite the fact that many believe the motorist drove through a cult while taking part in some sort of ceremony. If you thought those were scary, one thing more scary than these clips is what your life would be like without watching more of our videos. Don't forget to subscribe. This video shows dashcam footage of a parked car in the middle of an October day in 2014. From the audio, it is evident someone is inside the car, as you can hear the window being rolled down, followed by the driver expressing how unsettling something is. At that point, it is obvious what the driver is referring to, as you can see a man walking around the car while sporting an unsettling looking mask. The driver adds that 5 additional people are wearing the same mask but aren't visible. You can still hear the driver chuckling, indicating that she believes it to be a joke. The masked men break one of the car's windows and begin to steal the driver's belongings as she cries in distress.
Where'd you get it? This may result in back taxes being reduced by thousands of dollars. An open phone line. Where did you get them? Come here. What did you get? Ensure your financial stability during this decline. How did you get out of the car? Take down this number now. 800-639-9690. That's 800-639-9690. If you owe back taxes to the IRS, there's no need to pay anymore. The IRS will not be accepting reduced settlements.